My name is Anyijukire Janet. I'm from Kanungu district. It is in the southwestern part of Uganda. Kanungu is a very hilly land. The very middle income earners, and the activities that take place there, they do farming, mostly farming. When I was younger, I used to enjoy reading mathematics, mostly because we would solve problems, and you see, and as I got higher and higher, it became even more interesting because, like in A-level, they give you the question and the answer to prove if both things match. So you're doing, after the paper, you know, I've passed this, this and this, because in most cases you have the question and answer. Then also, as we got higher and higher, I enjoyed doing ICT. I spent most of my time in the laboratory, and yeah, it was interesting. When we started doing ICT, I felt like I always want to go to the lab to interact with those computers. So that's when I made a turnover. Like in the beginning, I was really into piloting. Then later I was like, no, piloting is not my thing. Like tech came from within. I really wanted to do things to do with computers, like settling and typing something on the keyboard, looking at the monitor. I was like, yeah, this is my thing. Then I started working towards things that will get me closer to tech. Like when I was choosing my subjects for A-level, I knew it was something that would get me to computer engineering or information technology, something but to deal with computers. That's why I did math. If the government is to call you, there are some forms you fill first. So they are forms for government scholarships, or if you don't, if those forms you don't qualify through the forms, you're called through the loan scheme. You also apply for that. So in my vacation, I missed on the loan scheme, and I was also not called for the other forms for the government plan, because I missed out on something in physics in A-level. Yeah, so when you're called, they take you to campus, then they pay for you. If you're on loan scheme, you refund that money when you start working. So I had missed on loan scheme because there was some amount of money you had to pay to acquire also the forms for loan scheme. So I missed on that, and also the COVID era, we didn't know if we were going back to school, so would remain postponing. Maybe next week they will come back, but they didn't come back. So I had no hopes of getting to campus. It was a long story. Like there is an organization you had joined in A-level. It was called Girls Lead Africa. So that lady contacted the agent. She was doing elections. So she told the agent, we want some girls to go and study in Nairobi, ICT. So that agent told our sub-county chief, something like that. And then the sub-county chief told my friend. But the way they passed on the information, they were saying they want a scientist who has done A-level to come and study ICT. My friend wanted to study ICT, but she was not a scientist, so she missed on that. So after my friend told me, I was in a different village. I was not home, so getting transport to get back home was a problem. So I had delayed because I was among the last group of people to go. I actually did the interview alone. I applied when I was alone because the rest had already applied. So they came, they called me. I didn't pay much attention to it because my mom was saying there is a lot to do here. My dad didn't know about it, and a friend is down had told me. So later my dad knew, then he sent me transport. Then I went home. I applied. Then they told me, we will call you after 2 weeks. So after 2 weeks, they called me. I was very, very excited. Then we did the online interviews. I was positive that I was going to pass through. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was the only scientist, because when I reached the other side, I found it was a different story. They were taking everyone. So I was very, very positive that I was going to get through this. After I passed through, the news was great, and I came to Nairobi to study. My experience has been great because like this is maybe the second time I'm learning something that I really love, I really have passion about, and it's from within me, no force, no things like it is being forced on you, or you don't want, or you don't feel like it is from within me. I love IT, so it has been a great experience, learning new things here and there. Like I didn't know most things. I thought I was going to add more on packages, but I found here things like programming, writing code. Like you deploy a website and you see it really feels great. Yeah, you create an app and you're clicking something and another one is happening. Like you used to see magic, and it feels great, you creating the magic and playing around with the magic.